the restart of the Large Hadron Collider at Cern, then put the 5th of July into your calendars, because this is the day when the Large Hadron Collider will start colliding particles at the highest energy we have ever done before.
One of CERN's goals is to recreate Jacob's Ladder and to reopen a portal that is said to have existed between Earth, Mars, Venus, and Saturn when the planets were in alignment many years ago. CERN are pretty sure that other dimensions do, and they're making it their goal to ensure that they open the portal for their use. Who knows? Out of this door might come something, or we might send something through it. Now, prophecy in numerous parts of the Bible refer to a coming day when portals will be opened and spiritual entities are going to pass through and come to the earth.
Ty Spiritual, and I'm back with another video, man. Simple. Now, I'm gonna speak more about CERN today. Now, before I get to that, a lot of you guys are new to this channel. A lot of you guys subscribed since that last video. A lot of you guys showed up and watched that last video during the premiere. Almost 180 people showed up. That's incredible. I appreciate everybody that liked that video, shared that video, and everybody that subscribed. I really appreciate that. All right, now today I'm going to go more in depth on what CERN is doing and what CERN is planning. All right, because July 5th is close. July 5th is the day that Large Hadron Collider, also known as the LHC, is going to restart with more power than ever. And for those that are wondering, this is a fairy tale tattoo from the anime fairy tale. But back to the point. CERN, what CERN is doing has already been depicted in many shows, even in anime. You may say, what do you mean? What show? What anime? I'll tell you. The anime Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood depicted exactly what CERN is trying to do. Now, for those that have watched this show, you already know where I'm going with this. For those that haven't, stay tuned, listen up. Take a look at these two circles right here. Now, you just saw those two circles. The red one was from the anime Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. That is a transmutation circle. The other circle you saw, the yellow one, that is CERN. That machine, CERN, is a big circle. Now, what happens in that circle for CERN? It shoots protons all around it at super speeds, colliding, smashing into each other, creating a reaction.
Collider, or LHC. Inside this pipe, two beams of protons are sent hurtling around a nearly 17-mile loop before being smashed together to create subatomic particles. It recreates the conditions that existed just after the Big Bang.
Now, what happened in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood? When that transmutation circle that I just showed you guys formed, it sent energy all throughout that big circle, that big layout, and it formed that big transmutation circle. There's even a part in Full Metal Alchemist where they literally look and notice that that big circle is a transmutation circle. So I'm going to show you guys proof this happened in this show. Take a look.
I've obtained enough power. I will open up this planet's gateway.
as you guys just saw, that show depicted what Cern is trying to do. They're trying to open, allegedly, open portals to other dimensions. They're inviting things from other dimensions here. People may think that's not the truth. Well, back in 2009, there's a scientist called Bertolucci, head guy at Cern. He was a head guy at Cern. He did an interview. This guy admitted they're trying to open portals, rifts in time to other dimensions, and they're inviting things through. Here's the proof. So as you guys just saw, that's the proof. Now, he said something that was very, very interesting. He said that doorway is only going to be open briefly. But then he also said, then we'll return back to our normal 4 dimensions. Now, what have most of us heard about spirituality? You've heard 5D, 5th dimension. You've heard this. And I know I'm kind of, these mosquitoes out here are really, really out. But anyways, you've heard about 5D, dimensions that are even higher than 5D, 60, 70, 80, 90. You've heard about these things. So him saying, once that door is closed, we're going back to our normal 4D, means they're trying to access higher dimensions. They're trying to access 5D and above. Certain ETs, beings, they are of 5D and above. They are. So that's even more proof. They're inviting beings through that portal that they're going to create using the Large Hadron Collider to this reality. This is real. This is real. Now I'm going to address something else. I'm going to address this. People in fear. If you've been subscribed to me for a good duration of time, I say a few months, a year, you already know I've spoken about how you need to remove fear from your system, because things are going to get more crazier. I'm not the only person saying this. This world is a reflection of that. Things are getting more crazy in the Matrix. They're going to continue getting more crazy in the Matrix. The reality of the situation is this. Many people do not listen. They do not pay attention unless you're very blunt with what's coming. You're very direct with what's coming. That's the only way they pay attention. If you're laid back, if you're calm, if you structure titles a certain way, if you do these things, people click over it. But when you're blunt and when you're upfront and when you're direct, people pay attention. The goal is to get people to pay attention. The sad thing is this. Many people aren't going to understand that when these things start happening, what's happening is not always going to be put in your face. People are not always going to be shouting at you, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening. That's not going to happen. So the people that are used to getting their attention caught by these flashy things, very blunt statements, very bold things, they're going to be in trouble. Listening to these things, researching these things, if it puts you in fear, that's a you problem. You need to remove that fear from your system. You can be concerned, but you don't have to be in fear. You can show concern for a situation or an event, but that doesn't mean you have to be in fear. It doesn't. These Cern scientists are creating portals, inviting entities through these portals to this dimension. They're doing that. They're doing that. This machine is about to power up with more power than ever. Than ever. They put the truth right there in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. They did. And the thing is, I saw a guy in the comments, he said, wow, they're doing this right now. And somebody commented and said, what do you mean? I said, I understand. He gets, he's aware. They're doing this right now. That being that was freed in that clip is a being that they're trying to free from a different dimension right now. I told you, they're trying to summon the Anunnaki gods back to this dimension. What god is in front? What god has a statue in front of Cern? Tell me, this is a premiere, tell me in the comments, what Hindu god / Anunnaki god, because the Hindu gods are just Anunnaki, what Hindu god has a statue in front of Cern? Shiva. Shiva. They're trying to bring Shiva back to this dimension because he was put in that dimension that he's in, which is exempt of this one, by Ra, because they had a conflict. Ra, Amen-Ra, Marduk, Ra. They're trying to free him. They are. I'm not telling you these things for you to be in fear, I'm not telling you these things for this reason. I'm telling you these things so you can know and be aware, because the reality is this: we cannot stop Cern from doing what they're doing. We can't. What they're doing on the 5th is most likely going to succeed. They're going to succeed. The best thing we can do is get people aware and even realize this is even happening. That's the best thing we can do. You have people out here speaking about this, and people looking, and people trying to call them crazy and all these things. Do you realize speaking about these things publicly, showing your face, that puts you at risk? You're speaking out against the system. Those powers that be do not like that. They don't. At all. There's been people that were removed off this planet because they didn't like that. People that speak out. We need to be aware of these things. We are in a matrix. So you need to be aware of what's happening in the matrix. Ignoring it and just focusing on love and light is not going to do anything. That's not going to solve anything. It's not. It's just going to make you ignorant when these times come where all these things are happening. July 5th is going to be an interesting day. And this is some homework for you guys. And I'm going to do this as well. Look into the Schumacher Resonance. For those that don't know, the Schumacher Resonance measures the heartbeat of Earth. The soul, if you want to use that word, of Gaia. It measures that. It measures that. In movies like Avatar, it depicted when, like in Avatar, the Na'vi were connected to the Schumacher Resonance. You can hear it. Boom, 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 as their hair was connected. Here's the clip. The Schumacher Resonance. You need to look into this. Look into the Schumacher Resonance, how it is now, what the frequencies are looking at now. You got people that post these things on social media. You can look up these things yourself. You can even track it yourself. Pay attention to how it is now, and pay attention to how it is on the 5th. And after that, let's see what happens. Let me make this perfectly clear. I am not saying on July 5th that aliens are just gonna come down from the sky, these gods are gonna just come down. I'm not saying that. What I'm telling you is the goal of Cern. That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you what they're trying to do. That's what I'm telling you. Head scientists have said it. Scientists have even quit CERN because of the direction that they were going in. They said, forget this. This is going too far. They quit. Spiritual Pharaoh. For those that don't know, is making a very in-depth video of what's going to happen with CERN on July 5th, what they're doing, how it pertains to Shiva, Ra. I'm going to plug his video in the end screen of this video. So after you finish this video, make sure you go and click and watch his video. Watch that. And that'll be more information where you can know what they're trying to do. Okay? They're not opening a portal to hell. They're not. Hell doesn't exist. That's fake. That's fictitious. That's not real. They're trying to open other dimensions, create rifts in times, and invite things through. The head scientist himself again said, we're inviting anything that comes through, we're going to be ready for it. Or we may send something through it. He has to be talking about a portal and a rift. He can't just throw something in the air and it goes through into that. No, they're creating a space of energy that they can send something through and that something can come through. Okay? Now there's one thing that I need to mention here. Let's speak about polarity, negative and positive. You see, there has to be balance on this planet. Even with this ascension, there has to be balance. Okay? You gotta have the negative, you gotta have the positive. Cern is playing the negative. Shiva, it's gonna offend some people. It's part of the negative. Seguru is in cahoots with Shiva. I'm not saying he's a bad person, he's evil. I'm not saying these things. But Seguru and Shiva have an agenda to put him as first, Shiva as the original, as first, when in reality what was first? Ra. Ra was first. Shiva and Ra at conflict. They are. And again, Spiritual Pharaoh is going to explain these things in more great depth. Okay? So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video and got something from this video and realize that they put the truth in these animes, in these shows. They do that. Don't let this information put you in fear. Don't. I heard some people mention, is it crazy that I'm excited about all this? I understand that. Things getting hectic, things getting crazy, it can be exciting, it can be a rush. For those that are aware. For those that are aware, it can be exciting. But for those that are not, it's terrifying. It's scary. So if you're watching this video and this is the first time you've ever heard about CERN or anything like this, understand, if you aren't informed of this, you can research. Okay? But the best thing that we can do is protect our energy. I had somebody ask me I should do a mass global meditation. I'm like, nope, not that day. Oh no. They're opening portals to other dimensions and inviting things. I'm not going to open myself up and be susceptible to that type of energy. I'm not. You want to do those things the day before? Cool. But here's the thing. July 4th here in the United States, it's already July 5th on the other side of the world. It is. So don't just wait till July 4th. July 5th. Pay attention on July 4th as well. Getting drunk, I do not advise that. When you get drunk, you're not even yourself. You're not. Your equilibrium is off. Your body's full of poison. You're throwing up, which is your body's way of saying, get this poison out of me. We're about to die. You need to be in the right headspace, proper headspace. Be sober. Okay? Protect your energy. Ground. You got crystals, get some crystals. Meditate. Do these things and strengthen who you are from the inside out. And the more you strengthen who you are from the inside out, all these energies they're trying to bring forth, these beings, these entities, they can't hurt you. They can't. I'm not saying these beings that they're bringing through are going to hurt people. No. What I'm telling you, if you do these things and you strengthen your aura and who you really are from within here, strengthen yourself in here, even if they did try, the possibility of it happening is very slim. We are gods on this planet. We are. Well, you can say many gods compared to those that they're trying to summon. There's a lot of power within us. There is. We have to tap into that, access that. And then once you do those things, fear is gone. You don't fear death. You don't. July 5th, they're going to be opening portals. Trying to access other dimensions. The Large Hadron Collider will be powered up. And for those that have not watched my recent video about this, go watch that. After this, go watch that. Okay? Because like I explained in that video, the Large Hadron Collider has been linked to the Mandela effect. It has. Bernstein bears, I'll be quick with this. Bernstein bears, Bernstein bears. S-T-E-I-N versus S-T-A-I-N. Which one do you remember? Bernstein or Bernstein? Which one? If you said Bernstein, if you said Bernstein, you just experienced the Mandela effect. Because if you look these things up, it's never been Bernstein. It was Bernstein. I remember being taught in school around 2010, 2011, history class, 9th grade, that Nelson Mandela died in prison. But if you look these things up, he never died in prison. He didn't. Popular cereal, Captain Crunch. But wait, many people remember Cap-10 Crunch because it's a Cap-10 on the cereal box. Yet, it's really called Cap-in Crunch. As if you put a cap in somebody. Wouldn't it make more sense to call it Captain Crunch if it's a captain on the cereal box? Those are just some examples of the Mandela effect. Last one, Looney Tunes. I remember watching Looney Tunes growing up. I remember watching it on Boomerang, things like that. But I remember Looney Tunes, that Tunes being spelled T-O-O-N-S. But if you look it up, it's not spelled that way. It's T-U-N-E-S. Looney Tunes, T-U-N-E-S. That's just some examples of the Mandela effect. So the hypothesis, and again, I say hypothesis. I'm not confirming, I'm not unconfirming. Hypothesis. When they were messing with that collider, it split realities. Dolores Cannon has spoken on Cern, on the Large Hadron Collider. For those that have read her book, The 3 Ways of Volunteers, you know. She spoke about what they're doing. It's similar to what those of Atlantis were doing when Atlantis got sunk. Messing with the energy grids. Almost destroying the grids of this earth, of this planet, and having a ripple effect all throughout the universe. So they had to get sunk. Now let me be very, very clear with this. Do I think Cern is going to end the world? Hell no. I don't think that. I don't at all. Is it possible that they can? Yes. That's the truth. Do I think that's going to happen? No. You see, there again, like I said in my last video, there's many uses for the collider. Now I'm gonna tell you guys something, because I'm gonna go back to what I said earlier. Remember when I said earlier how that head scientist, I can't even remember the guy's name. That head scientist that I showed you guys, that proof, he said that machine can open a door, but close. You see, the 5D ascension, that's a door you have to get through before it closes. You're not through that door And this ascension is ending in the next 40 to 50 years. I have multiple videos about this. I have multiple videos about this. I'll find these videos, put them in the comments from me and Spiritual Pharaoh speaking about this. But in order to get to 5D and go to the new earth, leave with Mother Gaia, Mother Earth, Planet Kai, whichever you call her, you have to get through that door. That door is going to close in 40 to 50 years. That collider, one of the goals of that collider is to keep that door open for those that have not yet gone to go. That may sound like a good thing. Oh, it's extra time. Those that are going to have access to get to 5D using that collider are not going to be those that are of the positive polarity. But you see, there's something that the Watchers left in the moon that is there to help stop that, to help prevent them from leaving this planet, staying in the reality that they've chosen. I made a video about the Watcher on the moon, she of the dark. I made a video. I made 2 videos. I'll show you guys the screenshots of these videos. You can look these videos up. The Ascension. She was put on the moon by the Watchers for in the final days for her to extinguish the remains of humanity. Her goal is to prevent anybody, all those that did not go, from going. You can't hijack. She's up there for that. NASA already, and again, I made a video on this. NASA already discovered something large, over miles long, is up under the moon's surface. They don't know what it is. That's she of the dark, a melanated being that is miles tall. I'm not making this stuff up. I'm not. And nor am I the only one that has this information either. Because if people are tapped in within enough, they're aware of these things. She is on the moon. She of the dark will extinguish the remains of humanity in the final days. She will. This is a lot of information I put in this video. It is. Most important thing, don't believe anything I just told you. You may say, what you mean don't believe it? Don't believe it. It's either you know or you don't know. Because see, when you believe something, you settle for uncertainty. You're aspiring to be spiritual, leave belief behind. Strive to know. See, I'm outside right now. I wanted to know it wasn't raining. I didn't want to believe, because if I came out here on a belief, it could have been raining. But if I know it wasn't raining, cool, I know it. You go to work. You want to know you're going to get paid. They say, we believe we're going to pay you Friday. You like, hold up, no. I need to know you're going to pay me Friday, not believe. Strive to know. Don't believe anything I just told you. I'm giving you information to research, keywords for things for you to research so you can become aware of these things. We heavily outnumber the elite. We do. That's why it's so important for us to be out here, getting out here, waking people, helping people wake up, putting the information out there. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Please check out Spiritual Pharaoh's video that is at the end. It's going to be on the end screen. Check out this video. Check out that video. Like this video. Share this video right here. You can clip it, put it on TikTok, Instagram, wherever. Do that. Come July 5th, when that day comes, have your energy as high as you can have it. Pay attention, observe, feel. Again, make sure you guys are looking into the Schumacher Resonance. Look into that. See how Earth is feeling. That instrument gives you a direct way to look into the energy of this planet. Okay? I'm not saying July 5th, all these crazy things are going to happen. I'm not saying that. I'm only telling you what CERN is trying to do. What they're going to do. That's all I'm telling you. Their goal. They want to bring back the ancient gods to this planet. They want to understand the God particle. And different. They want to understand the God particle, and they also want to understand reality in its totality, even though they may not even be ready to understand it yet, to take that information yet. Okay? People have mentioned the movie, the TV series, I think it's Stranger Things. What happened there? Spiritual Pharaoh is going to speak on that. Just pay attention. It's great that people are making videos and posting things about CERN. It's great. I made a video about that video about 6 months ago that I had to take it down because I thought YouTube was going to remove it. I had 2 strikes at that point. Thought my channel was going to get deleted. But I'm still here. And as long as I'm here, I'm going to keep putting out information. So for those of you that are still tuned in, and this video is about 25 minutes long, please hit that like button, subscribe, and share the video. Help it get into the algorithm. That really helps because we need as many people aware as possible. Anyways, protect your energy, stay safe, stay grounded, and remember, your strongest strength comes from within. All right? Remember, we are all spiritual beings having a human experience. Ty Spiritual signing out, bro. Hold up. Before we end this video, because we've spoken a lot about the negative polarity, let's do some Om chants to end this video. All right? Now, I want you guys to do these with me. You ain't got to sit down, but just do these with me. Okay? Now, we're going to do these in 3-second intervals. All right? So after it finishes, wait 3 seconds, then do the next. You'll hear me. Here we go. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate you. Stay safe. Ty Spiritual signing out, bro. And like the Navi saying Avatar, I see you. Until we meet again, simple.